Welcome to the weekly Straight Music podcast. As usual, I'm Luke Wellington, here with Jack Cross, alongside lead guitarist from the band Baby Snakes, John Lee. So John, if you could please introduce yourself to the viewers.
Hi guys, as Luke said, my name's John, otherwise known as Brother Teabag. That's my nickname in the band.
Nice.
And welcome, hope you enjoy what you're about to hear.
Right, so John, first question, I want to know how you got into music. What sort of inspired you to go down this creative route opposed to something else there?
My nan was a cinema pianist. She used to play in the old silent films. So that was from a really early age, that was part of it.
Yeah.
And then my dad played in a 60s band called the Rocking Berries.
What sort of band were they?
Just kind of 60s rock and roll. They were sort of they weren't from Liverpool. They were from Birmingham. They had a couple of number ones.
Oh, fair enough.
Still touring actually. Bless him. But yeah, that sort of. So he passed me my first guitar at, like, I'd been playing piano since I was about 8. He passed me my first electric guitar at about 14, I think.
Nice.
And that was it. I ditched the piano and got into rock and roll. Nirvana had just came out.
So is this like 90s?
92, 91, 92.
Yeah.
Nirvana and Pearl Jam and the Chili Peppers were my top 3 at the time.
Yeah, well, that's respectable though. Oh, fair enough.
How did your band get together and start making music together? Was it easy to become known? Or?
Yeah, no, it's never easy. What was good was that all of the individual band members were in other bands, just playing covers and stuff in pubs.
All right.
But through the years, because we're quite an old band, as you know, the members of the band are, I think our youngest member is sort of 27, but he's a new member. But the average age of the band is about 40, 43. We were all in bands, gigging throughout the years, so you kind of got a real good feel for who you'd want to work with if you could put together your sort of dream team.
Yeah.
And then the bass player, Kev, just approached one of us and said, look, I'm looking to do something, and he was a guy that we'd always wanted to work with, or I had personally. And Christian, the singer, I was already playing in a band with him, and then we wanted to use a particular guy called Dean Mance at the time. He was our original drummer, and that's how the band got together. Everyone was approached, sort of like a secret invitation thing where we'd given a location, and we turned up, and it was just, the chemistry was there. It was great.
So did you not know each other beforehand? Or
we knew each other, but it was sort of done in a way that you were invited to a particular event, and the event was actually the putting together of this new band. So it's quite nice.
It was a bit like a
blind date, but we wanted to.
Like you getting together to see if it works.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
And I was like, the first most important thing is that we all get on and have a laugh, because you're going to be spending a lot of time on the road with these guys, and if anyone's you don't get on with, it just makes it hard work. It's got to be fun, isn't it?
Yeah. You've got to be your mates as long as you're colleagues as well. So.
Exactly.
So how long did it take you to get known? Around locally?
Get known, yeah, locally. Well, to be honest, we released a little short clip of a rehearsal that started getting a little bit of a buzz. Facebook was about, but it was only just really kicking off.
Yeah.
It was more the days of MySpace, and we put a tune up on that got quite a few likes, got a bit of radio play, but it didn't take us very long. I mean, 2 or 3 months I think we spent writing the album, and then we spent another 3 months recording it, because we all had day jobs, so we could only give it our spare time.
Yeah, of course.
And then we did a couple of big festivals in the summer. We were lucky enough to be offered a few gigs through people that we knew, and then the album came out, and it was pretty much instant.
What year was that?
Success. This is only going back to 2012. The album came out.
Okay. So when it comes to making new music, what's the band's creative process? Who's your lead writers, and what is it?
Well, we all pretty even actually. That's the thing. That's why the songwriting process tends to take forever, because there is no leader. I might have a fully formed idea and take it to the band, and then Kev, the bass player, might like certain parts of it, and then we'll make suggestions about how we're going to change it. At first I might be a little bit insulted because I'm really excited about the idea, but then you have to discard that and let other people have their opinions.
Yeah.
So it's a real democracy, and then but sometimes though the ideas are just gems. So like our bass player Kev came up with a new song that is going to be on the new record called Bullet from a Gun, and he wrote the whole thing on holiday, just in his iPhone by humming into it. He wrote the bass lines, the guitar parts, everything, just from his head.
That's genius.
So it's totally different. You know, that sometimes it might be a lyric, or it could be a chord progression, or even just a drum beat might inspire a groove.
So it's just like throw an idea out there,
Yeah,
and it develops from there.
It's literally 4 guys having a jam. We're all kind of know when the magic's happening. We don't sit and jam for hours. There's no point. We've always got to have an idea to start with, and then we'll go from there. But
So,
I don't think anyone writes the songs completely. Generally, it's normally a 4-way process.
Like you'll know when you.
Yeah.
Like,
You know when it happens.
You know, because it's like anything. You just kind of get turned on by it, and you want to rock out. And if I find that I'm moving, that means something's happening. It's an emotional response rather than just.
Yeah. How many albums have you put out so far then?
Put out 1 album, and we're just in the process of recording the new EP, and there'll be a new album later on in the year as well.
Excellent, can't wait to hear it.
Thank you.
Alright, well, I think that puts us out of time for this week's Straight Music Podcast. Big thanks to Jonathan for being here with us today, and we hope to see you all next week for another podcast.
Thank you very much.